Well, stocks did indeed rally on Wall Street yesterday, pushing the Dow Jones Industrial Average above the 20,000 mark for the first time. Banks and other financial institutions led the gains, as well as technology and industrial companies. Stock futures, by the way, pointing to a higher opening this morning as well. So what's behind the big rally in stocks? I can speculate, you can speculate, but let's go ahead and bring in an expert. University of Texas at Austin economist Roger Miners joins us now. Good morning.
Good morning, Jenny.
Okay, so, we understand that the Dow is perhaps going to continue going up today. Why right now?
Well, the stock market is a reflection of the collective expectations of many investors about what they think is going to happen in the future, because stocks are a reflection of expected profitability of companies. So a lot of people think business is going to improve and profitability is going to improve.
Yeah, I want to hang on what the word you say, expected, because some folks are saying who perhaps don't pay attention to the stock market, really frequently. They're saying, well, what has happened? What concrete do we have? But to your point, there often isn't anything concrete, but more a sign of what's to come, correct?
That's right. I think the actions that the administration has taken very quickly has led a lot of people to believe that President Trump means what he says. And they've taken a lot of steps, so we've seen the market jump up saying, well, he said he's going to cut taxes and cut regulations, and by gosh, it looks like he's going to do it.
Right. What about wages? Indications on wages, what are you seeing? What are you hearing in terms of how that could relate to our economy and our stock market?
Well, that's what's most important to most people, of course, is what are average wages, and they have been stagnant for a decade now. Wages today are no higher than they were a decade ago before the last recession started. We've had very slow growth rates. So if we have better growth in the economy, there will be more jobs as well as higher paying jobs.
Now, regulatory requirements. I know you say that, and a lot of people have said this has made the U.S. less attractive in terms of as a place to invest, a place to do business. However, the Trump administration, it seems, is going to reduce some of those regulations and perhaps change some things for American companies in terms of doing business here.
That's right. That's been the promise. We have had regulations. They just keep getting added to every year. And a lot of the regulations that may have made some sense when they were enacted 30 years ago are outdated, and firms are still stuck with them. So it's time to go back and review a lot of the stuff that's on the book and get rid of the stuff that isn't helpful to anybody but is very costly.
You're a professor of economics, so you can explain this in simplistic terms. Why does it matter? Why is there so much focus right now on hitting that 20,000 mark and really staying there throughout the day yesterday, at least for the Dow?
Well, the Dow could well go down today. What matters is the trend over time. Since Mr. Trump was elected and the market has reacted, there's been $2 trillion in value added to the stock market. So that's a significant amount of money that benefits most of us in our retirement accounts and so on, that we've got more to look forward to for the future. So, of course, it really matters that the rally continues over time, so that people have more incentive to save and invest for the future because they see a good return on their investments.
Good return on their investments depending on when they are retiring and when they are departing that market, huh?
That's right. It depends. You got to leave the money in there for a while. It's not going to happen overnight. So we never know what's going to happen tomorrow. But for the long haul, the stock market has always been a good place to put your money and leave it sit there and wait for appreciation. But while things were flat for a long time, a lot of people began to wonder if that would happen. But now we see this nice increase going on, and I think it gives a lot of people more hope for the future. But it's all based on a lot of serious investors saying it looks like the business climate is going to be better, and business will be doing better, profits will be rising, more jobs will be created, a more dynamic economy.
Yeah, a lot of people hopeful that you are indeed correct. Thank you for hopping out of the business building there for a few moments to chat with us. University of Texas at Arlington economist Roger Miners, thank you again.